Erika Kirk breaks silence after husband Charlie Kirk's death. He was the perfect husband and father. The conservative movement and countless Americans are mourning the tragic death of Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk, who passed away at the young age of 31 after being shot during a speaking event at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. His sudden loss has sent shockwaves across the nation, leaving behind not only a powerful legacy of activism, but also a grieving wife, 2 young children, and millions of supporters who admired his work. Now, just days after his death, Charlie's wife, Erika Kirk, née Francois, has broken her silence in an emotional live stream that was broadcast on Charlie's official X, formerly Twitter, account. Speaking through tears, Erika shared intimate memories of her late husband, painting a picture of a man whose public persona as a fiery activist was matched by his deep devotion as a husband, father, and Christian. Charlie loved life. Charlie loved life. He loved his life, he loved America, he loved nature, which always helped him closer to God. Erika, 36, began in her emotional address. She recalled her husband's passions outside of politics, the simple joys that made him who he was. He loved the Chicago Cubs, and my goodness, did he love the Oregon Ducks, she added with a faint smile, remembering how animated Charlie would get during sports seasons. But above all, Erika said, Charlie's deepest love was reserved for his family. Most of all, Charlie loved his children, and he loved me with all of his heart, and I knew that every day. He made sure I knew that every day, she emphasized. A husband who always asked, "How can I be better?" Throughout their marriage, Erika said Charlie consistently looked for ways to serve his family more fully. Every day he would ask me, "How can I serve you better? How can I be a better husband? How can I be a better father?" she shared. He was such a good man. He still is such a good man. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband. The words painted a portrait not of a political figure making headlines, but of a man grounded in love, humility, and devotion to his family. Faith at the center. As Erika spoke, she turned to the couple's shared faith as the foundation of her strength. Hear me when I say this. Nobody is ever too young to know the gospel. Nobody, she said firmly. Nobody is ever too young to get involved with saving this beautiful country my husband loved, and still loves. And nobody is ever too old either. There's no age limit. Erika, visibly emotional, said she believes Charlie's presence is still with their family. I know my husband is still here. He's watching over us. I don't remember the last time I slept. I couldn't sleep last night. A wife's goodbye. Then, turning her words directly to her late husband, Erika's voice broke as she spoke to him as if he were listening. Charlie, baby, Charlie, I promise I will never let your legacy die. Baby, I won't, she said. Oh Charlie, I love you. I love you, baby. Rest in the arms of our Lord as he blankets you with the words I know your heart always strive to hear. Well done, my good and faithful servant. The challenge of grief as a mother. In one of the most heartbreaking moments of her address, Erika described how she had to explain Charlie's absence to their young daughter, Gigi, just 3 years old. When I got home last night, Gigi, our daughter, just ran into my arms, she recalled. And she said, "Mommy, I miss you." I told her, "I miss you too, baby." And then she asked, "Where's Daddy?" Pausing, Erika admitted how impossible it was to answer that question. How do you tell a 3-year-old? She's 3. And I said, "Daddy loves you so much, baby. He's on a work trip with Jesus, so he can afford your blueberry budget." The bittersweet explanation reflected both a mother's instinct to protect her child's innocence and the crushing weight of loss. Confirmation of his death. Charlie Kirk was shot during a Turning Point USA American Comeback Tour event on September 10th. While initial reports said he was in critical condition, PUSA later confirmed that he had died. In a solemn message to supporters, the organization wrote, "It's with a heavy heart that we, the Turning Point USA leadership team, write to notify you that early this afternoon, Charlie went to his eternal reward with Jesus Christ in heaven." National mourning. Charlie's passing prompted an outpouring of grief from leaders and supporters across the nation. Former President Donald Trump confirmed the news on his Truth Social platform, calling Kirk the Great and even legendary. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie, Trump wrote. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania, and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife Erika, and family. Charlie, we love you. Trump, 79, also announced that he had ordered all American flags to be lowered to half-mast in Charlie's honor until Sunday, September 14th, at 6 p.m. A life of influence. Charlie Kirk co-founded Turning Point USA in 2012, when he was just 18 years old. What began as a small grassroots organization grew into a national force, shaping conservative conversations on high school and college campuses and beyond. Over the years, Charlie became one of the most influential young conservative activists in America, forging close ties with members of Trump's inner circle, and often appearing as a speaker at rallies, conventions, and media outlets. But behind the headlines in politics, Erika emphasized, he was first and foremost a family man. A marriage built on faith and love. Charlie and Erika married in 2021. Erika, a former Miss Arizona USA, described their union as rooted in both love and faith. Together, they welcomed their daughter in August 2022 and their son in May 2024. Earlier this year, on July 4th, Erika posted a moving tribute to her husband that now feels even more poignant in hindsight. I love how much he loves this country. He believes that the freedoms we celebrate today are worth defending every day, she wrote. Alongside her words, she shared a video of Charlie laughing and playing with their children at the beach. And while you may not agree with every word he says, I hope you can still be stirred by the fact that he can say them, she continued. That we can all speak. That this land, although imperfect in some ways and perfect in others, is stitched together by a constitution that beautifully protects our voice, our worship, our homes, and our hope. That alone is something worth celebrating. She concluded. So today, I thank God for freedom. I thank God for the gift of this nation. And I thank God for a husband who day in and day out, gives everything he has to defend it. Happy birthday, America. May we never take you for granted. Carrying his legacy forward. As Erika looks ahead, she says her mission is clear. To honor Charlie's life and carry his legacy forward. Charlie gave everything he had for God, for family, and for this country, she said. And I will not let that legacy fade. Though her words were filled with grief, they also carried determination. A reflection of the same strength and conviction that defined her late husband. A nation says goodbye. Charlie Kirk's death leaves an enormous void in American politics and in the hearts of those who loved him. To his wife, children, and family, he was more than a leader or activist. He was a loving husband, a devoted father, and a man of faith. And as Erika so powerfully expressed, his influence will not end with his passing. Through the lives he touched, the movement he built, and the family he cherished, Charlie Kirk's legacy will live on.